Right, we are on part 2 of lesson 69. We need to put our heading on, name, number, date, first and last in cursive. Okay. Remember to write the date that you are working on these notes, not necessarily the date I am writing. And our subject is math. Alright, so we have some angles here. And it says describe the diagram using geometric terms. First of all, it is an angle. And I know it's an angle because it has one common endpoint with two rays. And it is smaller than a square angle. So if it's smaller than a square angle, that means it's less than 90 degrees. If it's less than 90 degrees, then it is an acute angle. So it'd fall under the category of acute angle. Okay, this next one is an angle because it has that vertex that's a common endpoint for two rays. But this time, this is exactly a square angle. It makes a square angle. And a square angle is exactly 90 degrees. So if it is exactly 90 degrees, it is a right angle. Okay. Our next one here, again, we have that common endpoint of two rays, so it is an angle. But this time, this one is much larger than that square angle. It's larger than a square angle. If it is larger or greater than a square angle and it's not a straight line, so if it's larger than a right angle and it's less than a straight line, we call that obtuse. An obtuse angle. So you have acute angles, right angles, obtuse angles. Doesn't matter which direction they open up. Has to do with their size. Okay, so here we want to name two different acute angles. So acute angle 1. We have to find angles that look like they're less than 90 degrees or a square angle. This one looks like one right here. So I can have it listed as A, C, D, or D, C, A. As long as the vertex is in the middle, either name's okay. We have acute angle 2. Will be this one right here. This angle is definitely less than 90 degrees for a square angle. So we can say BCE or ECB. Both these angles have C as a vertex, so I couldn't just say angle C because I wouldn't know if it's this angle, this angle, this angle, this angle, or a few other ones that are overlapping. So we can call these, remember, when we name an angle, we put an angle in front. Angle ACD and angle BCE are our two acute angles. Okay, this time we are looking at obtuse angles. So we're looking for two different obtuse angles. So obtuse angle 1. We have one right here. This one is definitely greater than 90 degrees or a square angle, so I could call that DCE or ECD, but the vertex has to be in the middle. Obtuse angle 2. We have ACB or BCA. So here's another obtuse one. ACB or BCA. Again, the vertex has to be in the middle. So I'm going to name these, starting with our angle. Angle ECD and angle BCA. Last one we're looking at, we're naming a right angle, but we're going to name it in two different ways. So we only have one right angle here. And that's this one right here. This makes that right angle right there. We have one on this side too, but we don't have points to be able to label it. So I could use the letters A, E, F, or I could say F, E, A. I could also start with C, C, E, F, or F, E, C. They're all talking about the same angle. I have 3 points and that vertex is in the middle, so it tells me either A, E, F, F, E, A, C, E, F, F, E, C. I know what the angle is either way. So I just have to pick two of these. So angle A, E, F is one way to label that right angle, but I could also say angle F, E, C. It's talking about that same angle. All right, now you're going to practice identifying, classifying, and naming acute, right, and obtuse angles. Thank you for joining me.